What is going on YouTube? You guys have been asking me to react to the Miscellany for a long time. I don't know how to say that word. Let me know in the comments down below. But we're gonna watch them. And they're 5 minutes each roughly, so there's probably gonna be a few parts. So we're gonna start with Venti here. Learn some things.
A mysterious bard named Venti has recently appeared in the world, singing tales for the city of freedom and romance. This city is Mondstadt, the crown of the north. A free nation with no ruler.
It's Dainsliv.
This once bitter cold
You
land
guys have told
in
me
the north
that.
of Tevat is now fertile. A blessing left by the god of Animo, they say. 1,000 years have passed since the god of Animo left this land. But to me, it has only been half that time.
Come on, traveler, let's go. The world is
500
full of
years?
lost ballads just waiting to be rediscovered.
That makes sense because he witnessed the destruction of Kane, whatever it is.
As an archer with the power of Animo, Venti can battle with ease in almost any environment. His versatile attack style and his ability to launch enemies with his elemental skill allow for a high amount of mobility in battle. His unique elemental burst can pull together nearby enemies, making him a strategic character who can both deal damage and control the battlefield.
That's fucking cool. Like, I've seen that burst before, but you forget. It's a cool burst.
In your party, gliding consumes less stamina for all characters. Needless to
What?
say, this skill will come in handy on your adventures.
Yo, I drowned so fucking much because of that. I guess I need to get Venti.
Take Venti along when exploring the beautiful open world. Normal attacks can perform up to 6 consecutive shots. The first and fourth shots can fire an extra arrow, while the 6th shot deals greater damage. Hold the attack button to use a more powerful aimed shot. When fully charged, an Animo-infused arrow is fired and deals even more damage to the enemy. Call upon the wind on which hymns and songs fly to lift your enemies up into the sky. When you use the elemental skill Skyward Sonnet, Venti summons a wind domain at the enemy's location, dealing area of effect Animo damage. Enemies are launched into the air and fall slowly to the ground. Hold Skyward Sonnet to summon an even larger wind domain around Venti, dealing greater area of effect damage and launching enemies into the air.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Venti
What's the
also
one?
uses this power.
What's the one that allows your party members to fucking fly and shit in the wind current? Is that it?
For wind to fly high into the air. Adept use of this skill not only allows you to attack enemies, but also dodge attacks and move around the environment. If the opportunity presents itself, you can also use a plunging attack from above. Wind domains can even be utilized to help you get around. After unlocking the talent Embrace of Winds, holding Skyward Sonnet will also
there it
create a
is.
temporary upcurrent as
Okay.
you fly into the air. By firing an arrow infused with coalesced winds, Venti creates a fierce storm that sucks in surrounding enemies and deals Animo damage.
Yeah, that's cool.
Contact with hydro, pyro, cryo, or electro elements causes the storm to absorb that element and deal additional elemental damage.
Yeah, it's
The
fucking
storm
cool.
can only absorb one element each time. After unlocking the talent Storm Eye, Venti's energy will be replenished at the end of Wind's Grand Ode. If an element was absorbed, the energy of party members of that element will also be replenished. Even though Venti is more than capable of handling different obstacles in battle, strategic party selection and teamwork can help you maximize Venti's abilities. First, use Divine Archery to attack enemies from afar and whittle away at their health. Use Skyward Sonnet to launch dangerous enemies into the air. gather up energy to prepare for the final attack. When your energy is full, unleash your elemental burst. Wind's Grand Ode sucks the enemies in and deals anemo damage. Use another element on enemies in the storm to generate a swirl reaction.
It lasts a long time. There's plenty of time to add another element to it.
Element to cause an elemental reaction. Causing another elemental reaction brings the battle to a swift end.
It's not bad.
As we all know, poetry and language flow like the wind. Venti captures this spirit in his ballads. Flora and fauna he sings of seem to have a life of their own, and transport us to the moon and the stars. This self-proclaimed best bard of the mortal world gets his strength, his unwithering inspiration from the wind. But what Venti seeks in life is not eternal fame for his ballads. Rather, he'd be happy with a cup of wine and a lyre to sing the marvelous stories of the world. Yes, that would make Venti the Bard very content indeed.
You know, he seems like a cool character. I just can't get over his look, man. I'm not a fan, I'm sorry. He's another diaper fairy. He's got that diaper on. Alright, Deluke.
As the Dawn Winery's owner, Deluke dominates Mondstadt's alcohol industry. Wealth and information are at his fingertips.
Batman.
Modest and refined, yet quick to act whenever Mondstadt faces a crisis. What caused him to choose this path? How very curious.
There must be those who dare to pierce the darkness with their light.
As one who wields pyro and a claymore, Deluke has perfected the art of violence and dominates the battlefield.
Dude,
with his powerful
okay,
skill.
I got to play him once in this cutscene when you like get to play as him, or a few times in a couple domains and stuff. Deluke seems like a fucking badass dude. I liked his abilities a lot. He felt really good to play. And he looks cool, and he's like the Batman of Teyvat, so.
Deluke causes massive damage with ease, and crushes all his foes with fearsome, ruthless strikes.
Boom.
Born a noble, Deluke is well versed in all things swords. With his guidance, no metal ore is wasted in their making. When forging claymores, Deluke recovers a set percentage of the ores used, aiding greatly in your adventure.
That'd be nice.
Normal attack performs up to 4 consecutive strikes, with the 4th strike
You know, I have some of these characters, and obviously some of them I don't. So I guess for the ones that I don't have, it'll be interesting to like know these things going into it, right? Like, because if I get Deluke now, it's like, okay, I know these things. Whereas the characters I do have, I probably don't even know half this shit. So
launching enemies. Holding the attack button constantly consumes Deluke's stamina to launch swift consecutive attacks, dealing increased physical damage to nearby enemies, and unleashing an extra powerful attack at the end that launches enemies. Use this wisely to scatter enemy groups and defeat shielded foes. Unlocking the talent Relentless decreases Deluke's charged attack stamina consumption and increases its maximum duration. Use his fierce attacks to defeat those before you.
Okay.
Using the elemental skill Searing Onslaught, Deluke strikes with his claymore, dealing pyro damage. This can be done 3 times in a row, with a short window of time to connect each strike.
That's the best part.
This skill enters cooldown if the next strike is not activated in a short period of time.
Ooh.
Using Searing Onslaught in concert with normal attacks allows you to deal constant damage to enemies, while remaining evasive and mobile. Additionally, since this skill deals pyro damage, Deluke can form combinations with other characters, using elemental reactions to deal greater damage.
Verticus!
Surrounding himself in flames, Deluke knocks nearby enemies back, before gathering the flames into his blade and launching a phoenix, dealing massive pyro damage to enemies in its path. Deluke's normal and charged attacks will also deal pyro damage for a period of time. Dawn has a very large hitbox, allowing it to not only strike airborne foes, but also forcibly reposition enemies to an extent, making it very strong against groups. The pyro damage conversion that Dawn provides further strengthens Deluke's attacks. Unlocking the Blessing of Phoenix talent increases the duration of Dawn's pyro damage conversion, and gives Deluke a pyro damage bonus.
Yeah.
Deluke is, without question, a well-honed warrior, who efficiently deals with any task. Now, please witness him in action. He begins suppressing the target with normal attacks, combining it with his elemental skill to deal great pyro damage to the enemy. He weaves between these two attack modes to suppress the foe more quickly, while building up elemental energy. He uses his elemental burst once his energy is full, followed by attacks enhanced by Blessing of Phoenix, defeating the enemy flawlessly. Deluke's explosive, ruthless fighting
They make it.
style and
They
his
just make
aloof
it.
manner
They make it so smooth and it looks so good. Fuck, man, I want Deluke. I have a handful of characters that I really, really want. Some others, nah, not so much.
are all admirable traits. But if the disaster from 5 centuries ago were to happen again, if he were to face the same evil that I once did, would he still hold fast to his resolve? This, too, makes me most curious indeed.
Seems like a badass. Who's next? Oh, Klee. Okay. So with Klee, it's like, I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Of the toddlers, this one seems the coolest. And everybody doesn't like me for saying it, but you know, she's still a toddler. I don't want to play a child in a fucking game. And I'm not even bashing Klee. Like she's fine. She's cool. But I don't know. I want to play Deluke type characters. Fucking Dainsley, if you know what I mean.
People
I don't want to walk around as a toddler who gets in trouble, you know, and get put in timeout by Jean or whatever.
in Mondstadt's Knights of Favonius. Among them is a small knight who raised Stormbearer Mountains flat, and whose name has recently become commonplace, both within...
Here's the thing. Her character, like her personality and things, very enjoyable. Her theme song is very enjoyable. It's all happy-go-lucky. So I don't want Klee mains to attack me over this. It's just, I don't think I don't feel cool running around as a little kid. And I know maybe she's not a little kid, maybe she's a teenager like the rest of them, but they look like they're kids, okay? But her personality is great. It's just all fun with Klee is what it seems like.
Mondstadt and beyond. When it comes to Spark Knight Klee, there are rumors aplenty. Interestingly, those telling these rumors do so with a smirk and a shake of their heads, joking that even Mondstadt's fish have learned to swim away when they see her.
Can I come play with you today? Please? I want to go on an adventure.
Well known as the Spark Knight, Klee is able to deal continuous pyro damage with her childlike glee and a pack and pockets full of bombs. But watch out, as anything near her may be turned to ash in a fiery explosion. Klee loves adventures and is adept at expeditions and gathering. Not only does she know the locations of Mondstadt's unique flora, she may also know where to find a treasure or two. When Klee is on your team, the location of items unique to Mondstadt will appear on your minimap. When it comes to anything explosive, Klee simply can't control her enthusiasm. Klee's normal attack performs up to 3 consecutive explosive attacks that deal AoE pyro damage. Holding the attack button consumes a certain amount of stamina, and after a short casting time blasts enemies, dealing AoE pyro damage. When Klee is up high, her charged attack can reach enemies even farther away. Also, Klee's normal and charged attacks are especially effective against geo targets, making them ideal against enemies with geo shields, and for quickly mining ore. After unlocking the talent Sparkling Burst...
Yeah, I did not expect her normal attacks to just be more bombs. She seems like a super heavily AoE based kind of character.
When Klee's charged attack lands a critical hit, some energy will be restored for all party members. Use Klee's elemental skill to toss Jumpy Dumpty. Jumpy Dumpty will bounce 3 times, each bounce causing an explosion that deals AoE pyro damage. On the 3rd bounce, Jumpy Dumpty will burst into mines. These explode upon contact with enemies or after a short time, dealing AoE pyro damage.
That's cool too.
Jumpy Dumpty will automatically recharge over time to up to 2 charges.
What?
It is effective in dealing with groups of enemies. After Jumpy Dumpty explodes, switch characters and pull enemies together to take advantage of the mines and deal a lot of damage to enemies.
Fuck, man, that's such good utilization of that. Damn. Too bad nobody really plays the Traveler. But I'm sure Venti's fucking burst could do that too.
After unlocking the talent Pounding Surprise, when Jumpy Dumpty and normal attacks deal damage, Klee has a chance to obtain an explosive spark.
Oh,
When
cool.
Klee has an explosive spark, instead of consuming stamina, her next charged attack will expend the spark instead and deal increased damage.
Blow them all up!
Klee's Blazing Delight, Sparks and Splash, continuously attacks nearby enemies for the duration of the skill, dealing AoE pyro damage. Sparks and Splash has high damage and attack rate,
Yeah, I like that.
empowering Klee to deal immense damage while on the battlefield. Klee is able to continuously dish out strong pyro attacks, earning her a role as the firepower of your party. Next, let's look at a battle to experience Klee's incredible destructive capability. In
Okay.
battle, Klee can use her elemental skill and normal attacks to repeatedly activate the effect of the talent Pounding Surprise, and use charged attacks to suppress enemies. When her energy is full, unleash an elemental burst to further increase her ability to deal damage. After this, Klee can have fun causing explosions, spreading flames in every direction, and burning enemies to a crisp.
It's constantly
When the
fucking shit
people
up,
of
exploding.
Mondstadt talk about their home, they proudly call it the City of Wind, Dandelions, and Freedom. Perhaps it was Mondstadt's atmosphere of freedom that led the famous adventurer Alice to entrust her daughter Klee to the care of the Knights of Favonius. With this freedom, Klee has had a happy and unrestrained childhood, but all baby birds must leave the nest someday. Hopefully, our little Spark Knight will remain just as happy-go-lucky when that day comes, and keep smiling all the way.
Okay. Okay. Again, I don't like her. I don't like the fact that she's a kid and she's like happy-go-lucky. But her, just the way that she looks like she plays, her abilities and things like that, it seems like it would way outshine the fact that she's a kid for me, making it so that I can enjoy playing that character probably pretty easily, despite the fact I'm running around in a diaper. Yeah. All right, let's do Jean here.
When Grandmaster Varka of Mondstadt's Knights of Favonius left on an expedition, his role passed to Jean, the eldest daughter of House Gunhildr. The young acting Grandmaster had become a skilled swordsman through hard work.
That's the
and
old
works
outfit.
harder still for the sake of the Knights. Self-sacrifice, after all, is the Dandelion Knight's path.
As the wind continues to blow, so too shall I continue to fight.
Jean has excellent crowd control and support abilities, and can act in concert with others to suppress the enemy. Jean's
Nice.
elemental burst can instantly restore her health, and benefit her allies as well, making her the pillar of any team. Even when cooking, Jean is always concerned with helping others, and can accidentally make extra helpings. When Jean cooks a restorative dish perfectly, she has a chance to create 2 of them. All the better to face the battles ahead. Jean can perform up to 5 consecutive normal attacks, dealing physical damage to enemies. Holding the attack button consumes a set amount of stamina, and unleashes a wind-infused thrust that deals high physical damage and launches enemies. Launched enemies will fall slowly for a short time, allowing Jean to control the flow of battle, and give her teammates a chance to perform follow-up attacks more safely. Unlocking the talent Wind Companion gives Jean's normal attacks a chance to heal all party members on hit. This healing scales with Jean's attack power. Tapping her elemental skill Gale Blade causes...
She just passively heals the whole party while attacking consecutively. Did I hear that right?
Unlocking the talent Wind Companion gives Jean's normal attacks a chance to heal all party members on hit. This healing scales with Jean's attack power. Tapping her...
Wow. Fuck, I would love to have that in my party, man. If you guys, newcomers may not know this, but I have a really hard time with food and going to the statue to heal. My party's always dead. Stupid shit.
Elemental skill Gale Blade causes Jean to gather formless wind on her sword and unleash a small storm, launching enemies in the direction Jean is aiming, dealing anemo damage. Holding Gale Blade constantly consumes Jean's stamina.
Whoa.
Pulling nearby enemies
Oh,
in
shit.
front of her, and allowing her to adjust
I
the
wasn't
direction
expecting
in which
that.
she wishes to launch them, dealing anemo damage. Enemies launched by Gale Blade will remain clumped together when they fall, making follow-up attacks easier. Gale Blade is a very flexible ability. Strategic use of the surrounding terrain will often amplify its effects.
Wind, hear me.
Calling upon the wind's protection, Jean creates a dandelion field, knocking nearby enemies back and dealing anemo damage. The field also quickly heals nearby allies and all party members.
What?
This healing scales with Jean's attack power. The dandelion field continuously heals characters within it, infusing them with anemo, while dealing anemo damage to enemies who enter or leave the field. Once the talent Let the Wind Lead is unlocked, using Dandelion Field will regenerate some additional elemental energy. Jean can help her team take charge, aid in their attacks, and do great damage through skillful use of her abilities. A well-rounded fighter indeed. Start the battle by using her elemental skill. Mop up nearby enemy groups and build elemental energy. Then use her charged attack to disrupt their movements, allowing your party members to switch in, attack, and deal damage. When your party members have taken significant damage, use her elemental burst at the opportune moment to repel enemies and regenerate your team's health before beginning the next round of attacks to finish the fight. Though
Wow.
Jean may lack experience, Mondstadt has only prospered since she assumed Varka's great responsibilities. Even I, who has seen countless people, must respect her desire to always defend Mondstadt. But unlike most who bear great burdens, this young knight has remained as tenacious as ever. How was her will molded, and what sustains her edge such that it never wears down? If fate wills it, I will find the answer to these questions.
Wow, okay. Did a really good job of making her a desirable character. I feel like that's what a lot of these are. Oh no. Oh no, Chi-Chi? Shit. Hope you all catch her in your roles.
Children as special as Chi-Chi are few and far between.
He says children. There's confirmation. You guys are always telling me that they're teenagers.
As a zombie, time has no effect on her, but she has difficulty committing things to memory. For Chi-Chi, perhaps this is a good thing. She can forget her past and be an herb gatherer at Boo Boo Pharmacy. But those who underestimate her just for being a child do so at their peril.
I am Chi-Chi. I am a zombie. And I forgot what comes next.
Again, I don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I think she's a cryo character. I don't know. Let's see what her stuff looks like.
With her mastery over cryo, Chi-Chi is a powerful asset to your team. Despite her size, she has the strength to protect others. With Chi-Chi by your side, you will always feel safe. When gathering herbs, she always knows where to find them, because she always carries a notebook with her that has all their locations marked, lest she go out and become completely lost.
Okay.
With Chi-Chi on your team, the mini-map will show areas where plants unique to Liyue grow, making it easier to gather certain resources. Chi-Chi's normal attack can combo up to 5 slashes, dealing physical damage to enemies. Holding the attack button consumes a set amount of stamina, and releases a 2-slash flurry, dealing high physical damage. Using Chi-Chi's elemental skill, Herald of Frost, deals cryo damage to surrounding enemies. Herald of Frost moves with the character, dealing damage along the way.
That's pretty
while
cool.
Also healing the current character periodically.
God damn it. Can you stop
Wow.
making this character desirable? Fuck, man. That's cool though. So she's a character that you use her elemental skill and then switch out of to get elemental reactions out.
Herald of Frost is active. Normal and charged attack hits heal the entire party and nearby allies by a set amount based on Chi-Chi's attack power.
Fuck, man.
Not only does this increase the team's endurance, it also allows you to dominate the enemy when paired with Hydro. This skill is also useful during exploration. Using it to freeze water surfaces is a sound strategy for conserving stamina.
Yo, that is way fucking better than a Kaya Ice Bridge. I mean, let's be real.
After unlocking the talent Life-Prolonging Methods, when a character under the influence of Adeptus Art Herald of Frost triggers an elemental reaction, incoming healing is increased.
Sacred name, Fortune Preserver.
When Chi-Chi releases the adeptal power sealed inside herself, she marks nearby enemies with a fortune-preserving talisman and deals cryo damage to them. When enemies marked with fortune-preserving talismans take damage, the character dealing the damage is healed. By choosing an opportune moment to use Adeptus Art Preserver of Fortune, the whole team can be protected while dishing out damage. After unlocking the talent, a glimpse
Based on what I've heard so far, I would use her as a healer. For the most part.
into Arcanum, normal and charged attack hits have a chance to tag enemies with a fortune-preserving talisman, once per set time period. Chi-Chi has the ability to constantly heal, an excellent safeguard that helps keep your team alive. The more difficult the battle, the more apparent Chi-Chi's assistance becomes. When entering battle, first use Herald of Frost to allow your team to deal constant cryo damage, and easily trigger elemental reactions for greater damage.
Nailed
The
it.
effects of Herald of Frost will keep your team fighting fit, until the right moment comes to unleash an elemental burst, allowing your team to safely unleash all the firepower they've got. As a zombie, Chi-Chi has escaped the grip of both time and death. How Chi-Chi entered this state of existence, I do not know, but I doubt it was of her own volition. Are the heavenly principles toying with her, or is fate seeking to torture her? Is an ordinary life of simple pleasures really a thing so fragile?
Okay, conclusion. I would use her to walk on water and heal my party. And I think that's it. I mean, and the one elemental skill, like, but aside from that, I don't know, she's still not that appealing to me. Yeah, that's just how it is. Okay, Mona, we'll do this one, and then this will probably be the last one for this video. Otherwise, it's gonna be an hour long. So, and I like Mona. Well, I know nothing about her, but she's pretty damn good looking.
The stars illuminate all mortal destinies, though few have eyes to perceive their meaning. But Mona, an astrologist newly arrived in Mondstadt, is able to read the fates of others through stars reflected in the water. But while no phenomenon is hidden from the astrologist Mona, she struggles often with the minutiae of daily life.
She's so sexualized. I mean, fucking A.
It is a most common predicament. The more you seek truth, the more simple joys elude you.
This was ordained by fate. Long had I foreseen it.
Mona has skill that matches her reputation. As a hydro-aligned catalyst user, she masters the battlefield with ease, controlling the situation and creating openings for her teammates to attack. As a student of all things in and under the night sky, Mona also has a strong grasp of weapon construction. In truth, she finds that most weapons are wastefully made. When she crafts weapon ascension materials, she has a chance to recover a portion of the materials used.
Nice.
Mona's normal attack performs up to 4 strikes that deal hydro damage. Holding the attack button consumes a set amount of stamina and deals area of effect hydro damage after a short casting time.
It's okay.
Mona creates a Phantom of Fate from coalesced water. This phantom taunts nearby enemies and deals continuous hydro damage to them. The phantom
it's a
explodes
taunt?
when its duration expires, dealing area of effect hydro damage to enemies.
Useful. Very useful.
Holding the elemental skill button causes Mona to ride a flow of water backwards and summon her phantom. This skill has many applications. The phantom can be used to taunt enemies, making them wet and priming them for attacks from Mona's allies. It can also help her out of a pinch.
That was good timing.
When Mona sprints, she cloaks herself in flowing water, consuming stamina to move rapidly. Ending this skill causes Mona...
Wait, that's just her regular sprint? I always saw it and thought it was part of an ability. That's fucking cool.
...to emerge, getting nearby enemies wet. Illusory Torrent also allows Mona to travel swiftly over water.
Nice.
Once her first passive talent is unlocked, Mona can create a phantom automatically, if she maintains this skill for a certain period of time with an enemy nearby.
Huh.
Fate is upon you.
Mona summons sparkling waves and creates a reflection of the starry sky, applying the wet and illusory bubble statuses onto all enemies in the area. When affected by illusory bubble, weaker enemies will be imprisoned and unable to move. Attacking imprisoned enemies removes that status from them, and deals an instance of hydro damage.
Huh.
When the status is cleared, the enemy comes under an omen. Enemies affected by an omen take more damage.
Nice.
On the ever-changing battlefield, Mona's capacity for control cannot be overlooked. This astrologist aids her team at critical moments, controlling the field.
Yeah, she's like a heavy CC character. Heavy crowd control.
And maximizing her teammates' damage. As the battle begins, she first summons a phantom. It taunts enemies and lets her switch out, using the opening created to cooperate with her teammates and deal massive damage to enemies. She uses these combined techniques to control enemies, allowing the party to damage them safely. Once the time is right, she uses her elemental burst to entrap enemies and attacks them to trigger damage bonus effects. This way, she can defeat the weakened enemies before her, all in good time.
Oh, dude. Dude, she seems so smooth to play. Oh man, just sprint for a second, come up, and that deals damage just for a split second. Do you see that? Look how smooth this developer plays her.
And attacks them to trigger damage
Boom.
bonus effects. This way,
Boom.
she can defeat the weakened enemies before her. all
Boom,
in
she
good
seems
time.
quick. Yo, I
Mona's
mean,
hydromancy is indeed unique. No one can deny her intelligence and talent. Within Mondstadt, there are few who possess the ability and a desire to seek truth equal to hers. But beware, O young seeker. You must sacrifice your all to unravel the world's secrets. Can the astrologist Mona truly bear such a burden?
I fucking like that character, man. I like that character. All right, that'll probably be it for this part. Give this video a thumbs up. Hey, guys, don't forget to join our Discord down in the description below or in a pinned comment. Give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button to see the next part of this video. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.